Alright, chat, what's going on? Welcome to stream. Happy Monday if you're on my side of the world. If you're on the other side of the world, good morning and good afternoon and happy Tuesday to you. So, we are back on City Skylines today. And yeah, happy to say that it was a pretty good weekend. Had the day off from work today. National holiday and all, Juneteenth. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the opportunity to get a little bit of extra rest and do a few extra projects that kind of I don't really have time to during the normal work week. So yeah, I mean, part of that was actually the starting scene here that we saw, that is totally new to the stream, and I'm kind of proud of it. Yeah, I mean, it's something that has really changed up the game for my streams, and I did it all for you because you've all provided the support I needed, and you've given me the motivation to do a little bit of extra over the last year, and I'm excited for what the future has to hold for us. So anyway, back on City Skylines today, not City Skylines 2, but we are going to be working on new fry field, and a few of the things that we're going to be working on is creating a downtown area. Because if you remember last time, we had started kind of messing about the area around the new countdown clock for City Skylines 2, and we're having issues where we were getting some of the European buildings spawning in, and I kind of figured it out. Kind of mentioned it during the stream last week, but it has a lot to do with this being a European style map. So that's why the base building style is going to be part of the European pack. And luckily, it only affects the high density buildings. So as long as I have the building style selected for the area, then I should be okay. I shouldn't have the issue where I'm going to be stuck with the European style buildings unless, I'm just not setting the correct, what's it called? The correct building style and the correct, oh man, district type. So in district, building style, North American, that'd be one way to get rid of that. Also making sure that, for example, modern city center, this affects the high density commercial buildings. Heart of Korea affects the high density commercial buildings and low density residential. So if I were to use the Heart of Korea DLC pack for certain areas of the build, I just have to make sure that I'm selecting and creating a specific district in that area with that building style. So that way I'm not messing up parts of the build. So, and that goes for any of the other options as well. So let's go ahead and get out of our day-night mode, and let's make sure we have autosave on. And let's get back into it. All right, so last week we were working on this area. We created the new district of Kilgane, and a few things that I was kind of looking at over here were the elevation changes, which you can see we got like two little, well, three high spots here. Actually, yeah, it's not really a high spot, but three high spots in this hill area. And, you know, if we're going to be building here, we're probably going to have to do a little bit of terraforming to try to smooth this out and have a reasonably height built kind of skyline. I don't know, skyrise skyline for this area. It just depends on how far up we want to build. So I think we kind of follow the same mantra that we did over in Pumpkin Park in Bedford Heights by using layers and tiers. So let's go ahead and do that. But first, again, I want to thank you all for the support you've been showing over the last year. I want to welcome all of the new subscribers that we had in the last week. I think we had about, actually, in the last 2 weeks, we've had about 15 new subs. So if you're new, welcome. If you are a continued supporter, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's get this going. Let's find And let me, by the way, I'm curious what your thoughts are so far on, the amount of effort I'm starting to put on the stream. I know a lot of you were kind of hoping that I would do a little bit extra, and you're giving me ideas. So thanks for the ideas. I do listen as much as possible, as long as it's within reason. Uh, for some of you, i.e., Jan, which he is a longtime subscriber. He jokes around. He's like, "Hey, I think people would probably be a little bit more keen to following you if you were to gift us money." And yeah, well, I'm not a pay to subscribe person, so I will not monetize your subscriptions. So yeah. Anywho, let me go ahead and give this a break because I'm noticing that we're getting a little bit of buffering. Not quite sure what's going on. Obviously, I feel like this is a common occurrence where my connection's just a little weak, but that makes me want to check now. Let's go ahead and run a speed test. Oh, dude, it's pinging off the charts. It's totally fine. So something's up somewhere. Not quite sure where. Yeah, we're looking at about 100 megabytes download, 25 upload. It's not bad. It's not the fastest, but yeah, I think we'll roll with it. I think we'll be okay. But if you're having issues on your side, definitely let me know in the chat, and then I'll see if I can fix it. Hey, Tyler, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, let's get back to our terraforming. So like I said, we want to create these layers. And then since this is the height at the top, go ahead and select that. We'll pull this back. We are dumping a lot of money into this right now, but it's fine. Because again, we want to create the correct height. Elevation changes here. So soften this terrain back a little bit. Pull this back. Because we don't want to have those really jagged edges right on the edge of the buildings. Want to have as smooth a transition as possible. So create that with our smooth in terrain tool. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this, pull this back as well. All right, I'm gonna drag this around. And I'm just gonna follow this all the way around here, just like that. All right, perfect. So now if we pull our tool back, we'll see that we've got a nicer transition going up this hill. And it's just going to make for a better experience for people that are driving over here. I actually see that it does look kind of funky on the stream. Let's see, how can I fix this? I don't think I can fix this without killing the stream. Yeah, we got 60% of our frames dropped. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Well, hmm. Hmm. Okay, it seems to have evened up. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there's a few drop frames, but unfortunately, there's nothing I could do. Uh, kind of hoping it gets a little better. Primary backup. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can edit this here. Let me go ahead and put this on cinematic camera so that way you guys aren't bored with what's going on here. But in the meantime, how was everyone's weekend? Tyler, how was yours? Hope you had a good one. Seems to be doing fine. That's weird because on my side it really looks like it's dropping crazy frames. But hey, if you say that it looks smooth, then I will just ignore these warnings from YouTube and we'll go with it. Okay. Yeah, I think oh no, I definitely do see some slight frame drops. All right. Anywho, let's just I'll try to be as gentle on the connection as possible. Um, yeah. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and get our road network in here. So I want to kind of have a road that how you worked over the weekend. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and grab this road here. Let's take a look at our terrain again. Okay, perfect. And what I'm just gonna do, I'm just creating this space to be the border for this area. All right. Let's check our terrain again. That looks fine. Then let's go ahead and create our grid up here. And then we're gonna build over here. We're gonna build a residential area. So let's go ahead, kind of mess with the terrain a little bit more. Already hitting that autosave, love it. All right, we're just gonna select a few different heights here. Again, because we want to create that elevation change like we have in the other part of the map. And we'll keep that peak right there. That'll just be kind of our spot where. Oh, you know, it would have been cool to. Oh, actually, we could still keep an area called Twin Peaks, and that'll be an ode to San Francisco. How about that? All right. So we'll just drag this up like that. Double check our terrain here. Perfect. And we'll get our curved road tool. Kind of just follow that there. And we'll grab this point here just so that way we can follow the grid a little bit. All right, just like that. We're going to have our roadway connection here. And the reason I wanted to make sure we were matching that roadway marker or snap marker was to ensure that we were going to hit the right spot with the zoning, because we want to keep it as square as possible without having weird spots like that. But honestly, that's not too bad, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Now, we could do a little bit more zoning on this backside. So, let's take a look at our tools here. And the cool thing is, we can just drag this up, connect that there, and boom. So we have a little bit of extra zoning space. And that'll just be a nice little green spot or green area that we can create there. Even have it be a walkway towards the backside of that. Alright. So that's still part of Evergreen Heights. Let's go ahead and clean up the zones here a little bit. I'm almost thinking, yeah, we do that and then have Evergreen Heights just kind of encompass the, oh, let's see. All right, we'll have this be the cutoff right there. All right, let's make sure that's still part of the zone there. There we go, just like that. All right, and in order to prevent that, we'll get rid of that. Make this all office spaces. And since this is Brooklyn, Queens, we can actually utilize our residential buildings. I like that. But again, want to be cognizant of the zone spaces and our pipes actually. All right. Made some good money at the restaurant you work at. Oh, nice. Kind of food do they serve there? All right, let's just make sure we're getting the correct building styles here. And that looks like the correct style for that space. All right. Well, that kind of backfired. That's fine. All right, let's take a look at our heights here. All right. Perfect. So let's pick the spot over here. I did select the curved road tool. Okay. Here we go. Does that really follow the, not quite. Maybe that should follow it a little better. Yep, there you go. And then what we'll do is we will follow that same path over on this side. There we go. And by the way, thanks for the likes, chat. Before I get a little further and forget to thank you all. Alright, let's make that historic. Let's make that historic. Really want to try to keep this building style going. Granted, it is a lot shorter than some of the other buildings we're seeing in this area, but it'll be fine. And let's go ahead and make sure this one doesn't continue to zone up, because then we'll have buildings that are way too large for this area. So we're just starting to get some height, which is kind of nice. So we want to keep that aesthetic there. All right. So we're gonna do. Let's drag this back. Just make that a little larger. There we go. There we go. All right. And then we're just gonna make this area smaller. I don't think because of the building style issue, we're not gonna be able to effectively zone this area out like we had originally planned. That's okay. We can always take things back to the old drawing board, and you shouldn't be afraid to do that either. I think honestly you can get a better build if you spend that extra bit of time to just make sure you're getting the right stuff that you need. So that being said, I think the only way we can clean this up, um, it's just we're gonna have to get rid of this district here, and then this will be its own new district. Or actually, we could expand Evergreen Heights. Oh, but we're gonna have the issue with the commercial buildings, so never mind. And we'll get back to naming this area a little bit later. So if you've got suggestions at in the chat that you want to provide, definitely put them in there. As long as your suggestion isn't, it's got to be family friendly, somewhat at least. At the very least, I should say. So let's keep things civil. Yeah. All right. Perfect. I know we'll keep it nice and friendly in this group. So. All right. Let's choose this. Where's that point? Yeah, this point right here. There we go. And let's find. There we go. Right here. Have this go up to about this point right here, just like that. Then we'll have another road kind of just go straight out this way. And then we'll follow that and bring that back together on the other side. Awesome. All right. All right. So we'll build street coming straight like that. Double check our heights here. Yep, that looks good. Then we'll get our curved road tool, make this connection here, like that. Make sure right on the edge there. Yep, just fine. Then we'll pick this point, have these roads intersect like that. Actually, a bit steep of an angle that I was looking, a little too steep of an angle that I was looking for. All right, curved road tool. There we go. And let's go ahead and turn the zoning off here, just in this spot. Actually, you want to bring this back a little bit more. There we go. And let's go ahead and add zoning to that side. There we go. Perfect. So we're just creating these kind of little clean areas for some residential zoning on the hillside. Then we'll be able to really get into our downtown area. Oh, sweet. This stream looks like it's smoothed out. Nice. It's always good news. All right, here we go. And we'll just make these connections here. Ah, okay. Go. There we go. Awesome. All right. Let's make sure we've got the correct building type here. All right, so what do we want to do in this area? If we're going to be starting, first off, let's go ahead and select. I guess we could start doing Heart of Korea on this side. Yeah, let's do it. Because it's not going to affect the commercial buildings. Or, sorry, it's not going to affect the office buildings. It's just going to affect the commercial, dense commercial, and light residential. And then Kilgeen, what have we got here? Nothing yet. All right, so let's go ahead and do Brooklyn and Queens in this area. And then we'll start zoning in some dense residential. All right, and we'll do these kind of 2x2 or 2x4 squares. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Save that. That's marked historic. That's marked historic. Perfect. And we lost that building. Why did we lose that building? Ah, Brooklyn, Queens. Okay. Well, we may as well, right? Cool. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and remove the zoning here then. If the game's going to do that. We'll go in here and just expand that. Get rid of that. All right. There we go. Cool. The question is, do I want to connect these streets here? Yeah, let's do it. There we go. All right. So got these buildings coming in. Sweet. All right. Let's make sure we've got, yep, we got water. Cool thing about the about City Skylines 2 is that the roads are now going to be carrying water. So I don't know if everyone's had the opportunity to check out the new dev notes that were released. But that's one of the big changes that's going to be coming to the new game is that we no longer really have to place our own water and electricity lines. It's all going to be carried underneath the roads. Just I'm happy about that. is I no longer have to worry about carrying this stuff throughout the area. It took a lot of time. It takes time. It takes time to do all that. All right, so let's be a little bit more strategic about our building placements, kind of like how we were on the other side of the map. So we'll do that. A little bit of that. Just kind of place these blocks a little further apart. And then we will add some green spaces and some pathways through here. Just to kind of make it a little nicer. Just so that way it's not all blocky looking. Let's turn that off and we'll just go with the grid. It's just going to be easier. Alright. That connection there like that. And we don't really need that one. But we could use one over here. Go. And then say we put one here. So let's have this go straight out like that. And we'll use our curved road tool. Get these two to line up. Let's turn our snaps back on. There we go. Just like that. And don't really need anything on that side. So I'm not going to make these historic because I would not mind these to level up. Those can level up just fine. So I'm not going to hold those buildings back from their true potential. Ah, I see we got that problem now. Alright. Let's zone that in, the dense commercial, see what happens. So I have been noticing some oddities with the most recent update. And it's all kind of surrounding around the building areas, or building types, I should say. Okay, perfect. So we can... Oh, let's see what goes in there. Really curious. Alright, I know if we build low density commercial, we won't have the issue where it tries to spawn in a European style building. So we'll see what happens. Right. Cool. So while that does its thing, so that way we can get a little closer to our 11,000 population mark, let's go ahead and add some more intersections out here. So that way we can prep for the future. What's got for us? I do kind of want to get the spacing correct here. And the reason I want to get the spacing correct here is just because if I go any smaller than roughly about $240 dollars per unit or so, it tends to create traffic issues. And it just becomes impossible to fix later on. There we go. Let's create a kind of an awkward turn there. just do 240, 240 here, and then connect it curved road tools and see how that looks. I mean, that's a little better. It's not perfect. But again, we shouldn't try to aim for perfection. I mean, no city is perfect. There we go. Okay, I think that'll be close enough. That's actually not too bad. So let's get rid of that. Alright, nodes are not looking too bad. It's pretty good. Alright, now, node zoning. 90-degree angle. There we go. Should have been a two-way road. There we go. Okay, that should be a two-lane road, or a two-way road. Awesome. Alright, let's take a look at our terrains here. I think it'd be pretty smart to actually bring this up. Let's take a look at our terrains again. Alright, so right about there. It's a sweet spot, and then we can make our connection. This road here. That'd be the continuation of that. And let's make sure we're keeping this roughly 240. If not even more. Honestly, that'd be better. But 240 is actually sweet. 240 will work. Alright, let's get our zoning back. And we will upgrade this area, and we'll downgrade these roads. So let's find our two-lane no parking roads. Let's do three-lane just so that way turn off zoning. Alright, now we can convert this back to two-lane. We'll turn zoning off there, and the rest should have it all off. Alright, upgrade, upgrade. Perfect. Alright, no zoning in this area. There we go. Then what we'll do is we'll turn zoning back on this back street here. Oh, one's the wrong road. There we go. And we forgot to turn on zoning. There we go. So now the back sides of these buildings will face this one-way road. That'd be just fine. Now, a few things we could do to kind of manage the traffic here is make some of these one-way in, one-way out. Oh, whoops. I had the wrong building or road type. There we go. Because we are going to have a lot of traffic. I'm assuming we're going to have a lot of traffic flowing through that area. So, again, we want to keep it as smooth a build as possible. Alright, so we're getting some height here, which is pretty nice. Now this clock is definitely going to keep all these people up with those bright lights. But we'll make it up to them. We'll put some nice additional parks out here or something. We'll make it look pretty. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Do we have autosave on? Yeah, okay. Well, bear with me, chat, really quick. I'm going to take a quick water break. All right, Strixie, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. go ahead, get our district tool. Make sure we're selecting the correct area. Yep. About here. Oops. All right, so Empire District is actually going to be known as, for one, let's see. Let's find the correct building style that I'm going to need for this area, and I think it's going to be European suburbia. This area is going to be called, oh, again, I forget. Keyboard isn't plugged into my PS5 and again, so, or anymore, I should say. So Twin Peaks, again, this is a nod to San Francisco. So we got Twin Peaks there, we got Kilgeen. Right. Let's go ahead and make sure I got this pulled up. Hey, we got some new likes. Welcome. Or, well, thanks for the likes, I should say, not welcome. But yes, welcome. Oh man, my brain is just, yeah, it's all over the place today. Perfect. We're going to be creating our downtown area, but gotta really get this area situated. All right. So we got our highway going through here on this side. All right, let's take a look at our terrain. Perfect. It's all flat as it should be. So let's go ahead and pick a point here. Bring this out about that far. All right. Just for zoning's sake. So 400. This should have been 400 as well. Great. Hold on. There we go. 400. 400. All right. Then kind of go parallel to this road. This highway, I should say. So I just want to connect that like that. Get rid of that. Bring that out a little. Alright. Kind of looks like that's the center point, but it's not. Call that center point. Alright, perfect. And then bring this out like that. First. Bring that out. So that's about 640. Let's go out about 640. That's going to be a little too far. Okay. That looks about right. Okay, perfect. I think. Nope. That angle's a little off. Okay. Choose this point. We'll just go down. Straight down. Oh yeah, it's going to be weird. Okay. Sorry, chat. Trying to figure this out here. Uh, Alright. Let's just make the grid off of this here. I think that's going to be easiest. So is that, this is about, is that 560? All right, 560. So we'll go out 560. There we go. And this will go out 560. And we'll curve this about such. All right, and then this will make straight. There we go. Let's clear this out again. Alright, so this shouldn't have any zoning on it. Let's go ahead and correct that. Correct that. Correct that. There we go. And then these streets will have zoning on them. Turn zoning on. That would be helpful. There we go. Alright. Find that point there. There we go. Make that connection. That's a lot better. There we go. Now we're in business. Alright. Let's turn zoning off again on this side. And then we'll go out. It's right about there. So that was how far? 440? 440. And the reason I'm going out 440 is to kind of give us a little bit more space if we want to add some park areas or something out here. It'll just allow for a little bit better expansion. Okay, perfect. This has to go out about there. Then we get our curved road tool. Start from this side. There we go. Perfect. So we're kind of getting the long city blocks in this area, but that's totally fine. Again. Alright. Let's double check that. Okay, perfect. And let's get a district saw figured out over here. So I think Holly Square will turn this into a commercial area. Actually, let's go ahead and clean this up here. So there isn't going to be any zoning in this area anyway. I really hope the zoning tool in City Skylines 2 is a lot better than this, because the road snaps can get a little annoying. There we go. Alright. Clean this up a little bit here. There we go. That's a lot better. Let's make that part of the zone. There we go. Whew. Okay, that was a chore. Alright. Let's get our pipes in here. Just like that. There we go. That connected up. There we go. There we go. Have this pipe kind of meet up there. And we'll just make that connection like that. There we go. Then, luckily we've got the spacing alright, so we have minimal amount of overlapping with the pipes that are going to be going in this area. So it works out. There we go. All right, let's choose Holly Square. We're going to put our building type. Let's find our... I say we go with Heart of Korea. Oh, yeah, actually, we've already got Heart of Korea on that side. Actually, you know what? This should be... Let's make this modern city center. Yeah, so we'll make that modern city center. And then Holly Square will be... just call it K-Town. Oh, okay. Almost use the keyboard again. K-Town. There we go. Alright, so we don't have power in that area yet, so I'm not going to make life difficult by starting the zone out there. We're not going to have power, so there's that. Look at our terrain here. Okay. Smart to bring this down and bring that into that spot. Okay, perfect. Let's turn off zoning on this road here. And this is going to be a small area, so I'm not too concerned about things that are going to be going up in here. Let's clean that up a bit. Alright, so select straight. Put no zoning there. Alright, curved road tool. Then we will add zoning back in. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Should be able to get some decent buildings in here now. I hope. Alright. And we'll just go straight back with these. Oh, autosave. Nice. Then we'll put a path here in the middle. Those buildings. Just like that. And then we'll have it connect up to this area where I think we've got our other district type. Oh, we actually don't. All right. In this case, let's go ahead and add our self-sustainable residential buildings. And that's where we can start incorporating our residential high-rise buildings to create that layering effect that we were talking about earlier in the stream. And yes, they do all want industrial again. It's kind of silly how often they keep wanting industrial in this area. It's a bit crazy, I'll tell you that much. Have that path connect through the backside here, just like that. And then we'll make this connection just like that. Cool. All right. Ooh, that is actually a new style building. That doesn't look very familiar. So again, we'll have to select the the right tree type to really cover that up. Because that is a very pale building facade. Now, we could do a taller palm tree. Let's try that. I mean, that kind of works. It kind of looks silly at the same time. But, we'll just go with it. Alright, let's get our trees in here, because that's already going. I love how it just clips right into the building side. Okay, let's rezone these, because that's just going to look silly. Alright, let's rezone these. And then we'll just do that. There we go. Is there no water up here? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess the pipes don't reach. Nice. Yeah, Strixie, I don't know. I don't really want to build more industrial. I already got it out here, but I guess we can just put this extra little bit right up here on this side. Just kind of add zoning there. As much as my heart is telling me no, the citizens want it. They want it bad. Well, it won't hurt. I don't think it'll hurt too much. Make sure our zoning's on the correct side. There we are. And let's actually remove the zoning on the street. That way we don't have any of the traffic flowing there. And let's rebuild that road. No zoning, correct. Awesome. There we go. All right. There shouldn't be any zoning on this road either. There we go. Okay, I really did not want to lose that building. Alright, so put a little bit more industrial there, and that's going to be into that. Because you're going to want to put more buildings here for our, I don't know, some service buildings or something. So I don't want to have a whole lot of zonable buildings in that area. But alright, let's go back here. Cool. Alright, so that looks a little better. Let's go ahead and fill this in a little bit more. There we go. Little palm tree there, little palm tree there. Add another one of these. What is it called? Eastern cottonwood. To create a little bit of height as well. So we're definitely getting some height on that side. And we'll zoning there. I don't know if we're gonna get a 2x2 building to zone in there, but it's worth a shot. I forget what sizes those buildings like. And then let's make some of these historics. That way they don't get too tall, because these buildings, the Green Cities DLC high rises will get really tall. I just realized that's gonna give me tall building style, so screw it. Let's just do it. 4x4. 2x2. 2x2. We got a commercial building there. Smaller commercial building there. And we'll get our path. Wait a tick. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just get a regular path going through there. Yeah, you know it's funny. I don't mind the buildings getting tall in that area, in this area, but at the same time, I want to have a little bit more control over size at the end of the day. All right, now I don't remember if these buildings will level up. Yeah, they can. All right, so we'll leave that as is. Okay, I was about to destroy that building. I was like, and that looks like one of those what are they called? European cities, European buildings. Almost had to destroy it. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and upgrade this road because I know it's gonna create. We're gonna have quite a bit of traffic flowing in and out of here. Let's make sure we turn our zoning back on. Change direction there. We'll upgrade that. There we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Alright, looks like we're starting to get quite a bit of traffic there already. We'll cross that road when we get there. Ha! Get it? Okay. So we're slowly starting to get buildings growing in this area. Just so that way we can get electricity over without having to run wiring. I'm telling you, I cannot wait until we get our new DLC pack, or new City Skylines 2, where we get to build without having to worry about what's it called. Ooh, wow, words escaping me. Without having to worry about, oh my gosh, without having to worry about running power lines and all that fun stuff. All right, there we go. Got my point across. Finally. All right, there we go. There we go. Use our nice bushy purple buildings, trees. Ah, fantastic. All right, we can fix that though. All right, we just got to turn off that, put that there. Put some nice fluffy trees in there just to kind of hide. It didn't really work all too well. Okay, let's try our silver spruce tree. I think this will be nice right there. Right on the edge there. Alright, and let's get some bushes on the back side of that. Just kidding. See edge of that property. Let's see. Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll leave that alone. Don't really know if we're gonna get anything to zone in here, so let's just put one of these office buildings in here. I think we should be able to get something to zone in there. again. Not sure if anything's going to zone there. All right. We're here. Yeah, looks like these have to be 3x3. Let's try the 2x3 and see if that works. If not, we'll just put some office buildings in there. Ah, 2x3 worked. All right. Let's get our California palm again. Oh, it's in this one. There we go. All right, that's coming in right next to it. That'll work. Put a bush there. There we go. Ah, that works. Sure, we'll go with that. Perfect. What are you? Better not be what I think you are. That is definitely European style building. I recognize that building. Alright, away you go. You're now going to become residential, and that's going to be a problem. You know, actually, let's leave that area unzoned. Same with this. We're going to leave that space unzoned. And I got an even better idea. Parking lot. Paid parking lot. Not just any parking lot. And that parking lot asset is broken. Awesome. ROJ parking lots are still broken, chat. Alright. At least the vanilla ones work. So that's a plus. Lesser of two evils, right? Alright. Can't build that there, but I can build that there. Alright. And we'll just put some greenery back here for now. While we do a little bit of sussing in this area, or what we're going to do with that space. Could just leave it as green space. I mean, it's not too bad. Slowly starting to create the skyline. You can see the layers are slowly starting to come in. It's not too bad. All right. So let's double check again and see where this zone ends. All right, so I think we should follow this all the way back to about here. So that will continue to be the correct building style that we need for this area. Perfect. And let's go ahead and zone this all out. We're going to do 3 deep zones. And then here we'll join this area with a nice path. So select our same tree lined path that we've got on the other side. What we'll do is turn the grid back on. There you go. Like that. Perfect. We'll get our nice little wisterias or whatever tree this is called. Blooming jacaranda. Sweet. Alright. Let's press play. Not sure why that was paused. Alright. There we go. Then I'm not going to connect that street there. But instead, what I'm going to do is use our path. And the reason I don't want to connect that street there is because we're just going to give people a reason to drive down this area. And kind of want to avoid that, at least, for traffic purposes. So it's going to force people to drive around the area rather than right through it. So that gives us control, a little bit more control with the commercial traffic as well. All right, there we go. All right, let's get our silver birch trees because those are pretty neat. There we go. Perfect. And again, remember, we want to make sure these are listed as historic to prevent them from getting a hell of a lot taller, because they will get a hell of a lot taller. Same goes for these. So we're going here. Not too worried about that. Those aren't going to get too large. And I think we're going to have a nice little park here because we got some residential areas. We got the office buildings. And, there we go. This will fit. That fits very nicely. All right, let's get our dirt path. Should be able to make this connection here. Yes. No. No. Darn. Alright, we'll just connect that there. And then let's get our tree lined path back here. Ah, shucks. I mean, why can't I make that connection, right? Or why shouldn't I? It's fine. Move past it. Alright, dirt path. And we'll leave that as is, just like that. Nice little green space in this area. Can even put some stones in here. There we go. And we'll surround the area with some bushes. Right. Bush there. Probably fit another rock there or something. There we go. All right. Looking pretty nice. And then let's take a look at our zoning here again, or at least our district. All right, perfect. So now, all right, Twin Peaks area is over here. Okay. So we are getting closer to our 11,000 population goal. All right. All right. There we go. Power issues? Oh, no, I read that wrong. Okay. For a second, I thought we were going to have power issues. All right, so this one I'm going to let level up just because they're pretty repetitive in this area. Granted, they are slightly different colors. The designs are pretty repetitive. So I want to switch that up a little bit at least. All right. So So we got zoning on this road here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this 2-lane road just to make sure the zoning's not on the incorrect street. And we may as well upgrade this as well. So that way we have our dedicated right turn lane. Same thing, I'm going to level that up, level this up, level this up, level that up, level that up, and level that up. Perfect. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at the power, and hopefully once we actually build something there, it should make the power jump. Should be enough to make the power jump. So let's give it a shot. We'll start with the residential building, and then we will go strictly commercial on this backside. Just want to make sure that goes up correctly. And if you're just joining in, welcome to the stream. Super glad to have you. We had I don't know, it was like a subscriber hype train or something over the weekend. Had 6 new subs or 5 new subs just over the last 2 days. So thank you for this for joining the community, and for those of you that have been subscribed for a long time, thank you for the continued support. Really appreciate it. All right, it's coming along, coming along. We're just about 225 people away from hitting our 11,000 goal. Okay, so that's the street that has zoning on it. Okay, so let's just start putting down some commercial, see what happens. Hoping that's enough to make this jump across. Alright. If not, then that's fine. We'll figure it out. Alright, so Evergreen is Brooklyn, Queens. Office is banking. And we may as well expand Evergreen Heights out. Wait, what is this area? Why is this its own little thing? Wait, why is that part of Kilgeen? What? What? Oh, that's not right. That's weird. How did I manage to do that? Because this is... What area is this? Hamilton Square? What's... Oh, that's a park. How did I manage to do that? Well, these are going to go bye-bye. What building is this? Yeah, let's... That's an error. That's an error. Brooklyn, Queens... It also shouldn't be Brooklyn, Queens, but... Oh, no, that should be. But that is not correct. I don't know how that happened, but it did. There we go. Alright, so those buildings are going to go away. It's actually, the commercial won't go away. So let's go ahead and... What is commercial over here? Let's take a look. Got quite a lot of commercial. I have an idea. I don't quite want to do tourism specialization because this is going to give some of those tall hotel buildings. So let's go ahead and do leisure, and then this will give us commercial zones are active 24/7. Well, I mean, if a hotel does go up, we can always fix that. So, okay, let's just do tourism. And then noise pollution. Okay, so what we'll do then is do a little bit of cleanup with the zones in this area. Alright, so we'll make this offices. And then with the tourism buildings, we will definitely have to do a lot of. Is the audio low? Oh, like my mic or the game audio? That I should be able to fix pretty easily. I hope. Because speech audio, or at least mic audio, I can do that. Let's make this go up a little bit more. Hopefully that's okay. Is that better? Is that better? I think that should be better. Oh, see, that's what I was trying not to have happen. Although, that's not too bad. That's a nice building. I'll allow it. It's a hotel. Okay. Yeah. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's. All right. Cool. Thank you. Let's go into city planning. Oh shoot! I don't have the high res band button until I hit